Are you puzzled about which career path is right for you?
Have you ever thought about working in healthcare? It's the second fastest growing industry in America.
It's not just about doctors and nurses. There's a huge variety of jobs, all kinds of interesting and rewarding possibilities.
There's sure to be one that's a perfect fit for you.
Do you enjoy the rush of adrenaline? Can you remain calm in stressful situations? Are you good at time management? Can you make important decisions quickly? If so, then a career as an EMT paramedic may be the fit for you.
We are the first ones usually on scene. We are the first ones to touch the patient. We're the first ones to care for them. And our job is to do pre-hospital care, meaning before they get to the hospital. So this is truly not a job for everyone. It is very rewarding, but it does take a special individual. You do have to truly be a caring person, but you have to be able to think on your feet very quickly. Scenes can go from very calm to very chaotic, and we need to be able to control those. There are multiple levels of pre-hospital care individuals. We start off with the emergency medical technician, what we call an EMT. Those individuals usually go to class for about 5 months. Along with class, they also do about 80 hours worth of clinical hours. And then once they want to progress from there, we go to what we call the paramedic. Paramedics have about an additional year of classroom, as well as about 700 hours of clinical time. One of the things I love about being a paramedic is my day is never the same. My office is on the streets. It's in an ambulance. We can treat everything, and no day is exactly the same.
Would you like to work in a lab and run high-tech equipment? Are you detail-oriented? Do you like to work independently? Are you interested in science and research? If so, then a career as a lab technician or medical research scientist may be a fit for you.
In the medical laboratory, we run tests mainly on blood. When they draw your blood in the lab, it comes to us. We can tell all kinds of things from this blood running tests on it. We can tell the doctor if you have an infection, what kind of bacteria is causing the infection and what medicine will help to get rid of it. As a matter of fact, that's why a lot of people don't even know that we exist, really, because you get sick, you go to the doctor, you see the doctors, you see the nurses, but there's a whole nother part of the medical team that is very important that you don't see, and that is what goes on in the lab. The kind of people who do well in the laboratory are people who are self-motivated. A lot of times we work alone, and also show attention to detail, because in the laboratory, small things can make a big difference.
Can you see yourself taking care of those who are sick? Are you friendly and organized? Can you communicate with others easily? Do you have the ability to multitask and make decisions quickly? If so, then a career as a nurse or doctor may be the perfect fit for you.
As a nurse, you really communicate with each and every one in the hospital. You can not only work in the hospital, but you can work in nursing homes, you can work in doctor's offices. There are several different areas that are needed for nursing. You can be a floor nurse, you can be an ICU nurse, that's a specialty. You can work in the emergency room. Everyone pretty much comes to the nurse. Nurses have such a big role. They are very important. They're even more important to doctors than you would ever really imagine. You don't have to be the smartest person to be a nurse. Actually, you can go to a community college and get your nursing degree. You will have an associate's degree of nursing at a community college. It only takes you about 2 years to get that degree. But you can go to a four-year college and get a bachelor's degree. The type of person that makes a good nurse is a caring person, someone that has a big heart. Another important characteristic of a good nurse is great organization skills and great time management skills. Definitely have to prioritize. You have to figure out which one of your patients is the absolute one that needs you first. Nursing is such a wonderful and rewarding career. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing.
Would you like to treat others using movement exercises and stretching? Do you have good communication skills? Do you have a positive attitude and like to encourage other people? Would you like to learn how the human body works? If so, then a career as a physical therapist may be a fit for you.
A physical therapist is a medical professional, and they study the bones, the muscles, and how the body moves. And what they do is they help people get to a better function. They help them move, they help them not be in so much pain. And they work with a lot of different patient types. They can work with little children, they work in schools, they work with athletes that have been injured, they work in the hospital if they've had people that have had injuries or trauma. They can work with the elderly in the nursing home, and they can even work in someone's home. To be a physical therapist, you need 4 years of college and then usually 3 additional years to get your doctorate. You can also go a different route if you want to be a physical therapist assistant, and that is a 2-year degree. A physical therapist's job is very hands-on. You work with patients. A lot of what we do is exercises. The personality that you need to be a physical therapist is you have to work well with people. Just with anything in the healthcare, you're working one-on-one with a patient, and so you really need to have good people skills, good communication. You know, you need to be on time, dependable, punctual, and a hard worker.
You can enter a few healthcare careers in a short amount of time right after high school, such as a certified nurse assistant.
Other healthcare positions require short-term specialized training, such as EMT, LPN, dental assistant, or lab technician.
Some healthcare careers require an associate's degree or other specialized training, such as respiratory therapist, physical and occupational therapist assistant, surgical technician, radiology technician, or registered nurse.
Some of the jobs require 4-year degrees and beyond, such as physicians, optometrists, radiologists, orthodontists, veterinarians, and even surgeons. Anyone can pursue a career in healthcare. All you have to ask is, where do I fit in?
A good place to start is to talk to your school counselor about your interests.
There are so many incredible opportunities in the healthcare puzzle.
It's time that you found your perfect fit.